Go. So this is a Shibboleth 3-day personalized, perfect day lockdown that you'll always be able to go to and get momentum. So obviously we want to drink our water. You'll be able to have other 0-calorie beverages, Sustain, Spark, unsweet tea. If you don't care about the clean eating part, you can have a diet soda. It's up to you to do this as clean as you want. There's only a few things on here that aren't clean, that they're dirty, but they help lose weight. So we put them on here anyway. But because getting rid of the excess fat is paramount. That's the main thing. And we want to keep the main thing the main thing. With that said, we did put a lot of clean stuff on here. This is meant to be very light, almost like a modified fast during the day, but you're really not fasting. Excuse me. It looks like you're eating, but you're really fasting pretty much. So hydration, you got to journal. If you're doing this, participating on the honor system, and you really want to claim a perfect day, you must journal. Food combinations, since you're choosing from a meal plan that I'm providing. And by the way, if you're an influencer, I hope that your wheels are turning, because this is a great way every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for you to influence. Hey, Brenda, does the influencers hear that? If you're an influencer, this is a great platform because people will get amazing results. And if you'll do it live and out loud, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll be extremely successful in showing people how to live and eat and get momentum. So back to this. The meal plan is listed for you. Okay. So you're not really putting foods together, because I put it together for you in such a way that we get all of our macros in. Portions, it's meant to be a challenge now. It's not meant to be the Shibboleth lifestyle with all that variety. This is meant to really push you a little bit, to confront you a little bit, to push you a little bit, so that you can also exercise self-discipline. Cheers, everybody. I'm drinking Sustain and collagen right now. So during the 3-day lockdown, you are agreeing to stick exclusively to the 3 eating episodes that you have chosen. If you're just coming in, any of you that was with me yesterday at around 5:30, I had a hard time collecting your email address because I didn't ask you to register yesterday. So that's why I'm doing this again, so that I won't be as long-winded today, because I've got it all written down. But this is so I could get you all the rules. I was having a hard time doing that without getting you to register. During this 3-day lockdown, you must stick to the portions provided via the packaging. If it's a supplement, only your 3rd eating episode must be contained on a 6 to 8 inch plate, or follow the 2-hand rule. We're going to try to engage in a 12 to 16 hour fast minimum. We want to have an attitude of gratitude. There is a step assignment exercise by aiming for 50,000 steps in 3 days. If you cannot get 50,000 steps and are not making excuses, just 3 days. Just do your best, even if that means no steps. Now, I know people are going to email and say, I can't do it because I can't step. Did y'all hear what I said? If you can't step, you can't step. If you can step, those of us that can, for 3 days, we're going to put in the extra time and effort to try to accumulate 50,000 steps. While we're doing that, we all have to choose an audio book that's about personal development. Okay. You could use the Bible. I'm using the 4 Agreements. If you don't have a book, I can assign you one. They're cheap downloads. You may have one that you haven't listened to in a while. I've listened to the 4 Agreements, I don't know how many times, but I'm going to do it again, because I've been breaking the 4 Agreements, and I want to do that one again. But you could just do the Bible. By the way, I love my audio Bible. I listen to Johnny Cash. He has the best voice ever for reading the Bible. So in Audible, you could get Johnny Cash reading the Bible. Brenda's doing the Mutant Message. She was here yesterday. That's her assignment for 3 days. You don't have to do the whole book, but while you're walking, we want to listen to personal development. Is there anyone here that needs help picking out a book, or do you have something in mind? He's going to read the 4 Agreements with me by Don Miguel Ruiz. Awesome. San Giovanni. Terry, here's some suggestions. I'll try to give you a summary. If you're struggling with being your authentic self, worried about what people think about you, go with The Untethered Soul. I'll give you the summaries of them. The Untethered Soul. If you're worried, if you struggle with stinking thinking and being hung by your own tongue, consider As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. If you're struggling with goal setting and achievement, go with The Magic of Thinking Big. If you're struggling with bad habits, consider Atomic Habits. Does that make sense? Does everybody have one out of that list that I just gave? It's really fun, Teresa. It's really helped me through the years. I've listened to more than 400 books. Changed my life. I'll be doing the 4 agreements this time, just for this 3 days. If this goes well, our Shibboleth family is going to start doing a 3-day lockdown each week so that we can get momentum. Do y'all like the sound of that? I will be going live. I'll be walking. I do have some new gainful employment, so I'll have to fit this in. But I'm going to go walking and sharing what I'm getting out of my book. I hope some of y'all will do the same thing. Roseanne, that's great. No Time Like the Future by Michael J. Fox. Haven't listened to that one, but thank you for sharing, because that may be one that I listen to now. Thank you. Anybody else need suggestions? Consider using audible.com. If you like a link, I can give you a link. I'm an affiliate for Audible, but I didn't even think about that yesterday. I'm happy to give you an Audible link, but I'm not worried about that. They don't pay you enough to worry about it. So audible.com. Actually, Amazon owns Audible. Does everybody have a good book to listen to while they walk? I want you to walk and listen to your personal development book. Do y'all like the sounds of coming off the weekend and doing 3-day lockdowns to get momentum? I'm trying to structure my life so that I can keep this going, but also work when I need to work. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All right. So any questions about the 50,000 steps? It doesn't matter if you get 8,000 one day and 42 the next day, but we're trying to go for 50. If you can't do 50, we'll just do our best. It's not a tap out. The exercise portion is not a tap out portion. Now, you may think if 3 days of doing right during the week, it's not going to be enough to get me where I want to go. It gets you momentum, because you're more likely to have a perfect day Thursday when you've worked hard for 3 days, but you're not looking out into the future and thinking this is insurmountable. I got to do this forever. You just concentrate and focus on, I can do anything for 3 days. The way I get through 3 days is I do it for the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. You might come up with your thing, but that way on Tuesday, if I'm not feeling it, I'm like, yeah, but I committed unto the Lord to do it. All right. Now we have to choose our WOW challenge. You're going to be doing almost the same thing for 3 days. Are y'all ready? We're doing a modified fast during the day. This is a real challenge. It's not meant to be too easy. So your choices for your first eating episode, you can skip your first eating episode, or you can have something. If eating an episode, make sure to remember to take your Peak Performance AM, Advocare MNS Pack 1, Awesome Vitamin, or a nutrient support system that you trust. Notice I said you don't have to do mine. We want to eliminate any excuse. You can do yours, but you need a nutritional support system, because your body is an ecosystem. Think about nature. What happens in nature across the globe if that ecosystem, if there's a breakdown in that ecosystem? Can the living plants and animals thrive in an ecosystem that is tainted? What happens across the globe when an ecosystem gets out of balance? Well, your physical body mimics nature. You are nature. You come from the dust of the earth. The only thing that separates you from the good and bad bacteria on the earth is your living soul. But your temple requires a well-balanced ecosystem. And if you're not taking care of that ecosystem, there are chemical reactions not taking place in your body that you need for a good immune system and that you need for efficient mobilization of energy. This is a fact. This isn't making things up. And we have a tainted food supply. So if you look around at people, even in this modern world, first world problem, right? You look around, do you see people who obviously their ecosystem is broken? Look around. Do you see a lot of healthy people or a lot of sick people? They're obviously not starving, but they're sick. It's because of their ecosystem is broken and things can't flourish. Guess what flourishes in a broken ecosystem? Bad bacteria. In a thriving ecosystem, good bacteria flourishes. So we want to make sure that we find a nutrient support system to make up for the inadequate food supply. So I use Peak Performance AM PM. And there are other good ones listed, or you can choose yours. Next, our choices. We're going to eat air for our first eating episode, or we're going to choose one of these ideas. The ones in red are preferred for the 3-day lockdown. Kettle and fire bone broth, cocoa ringa, health-wise hot chocolate mixed with cocoa ringa. If that's not going to be satisfying for you and you're new to this modified fasting, go with a Mighty Muffin. These are all pre-digested. Mighty Muffin, AHS pancakes, a Tang Crave Blocker bar, egg whites cooked in pound cooking spray, health-wise high-protein oatmeal. But it is best to either have nothing for the 3-day challenge or stick with the red options. Does everyone here see, because you got to choose your wow before Monday, does everybody here see one option that they would stick with for 3 days? You're coming up with your own personal wow to exercise self-discipline, but also get the benefits of fasting without having to truly fast. Next, for your second eating episode, you will choose one of the following. Notice there's nothing in red. These are all equal. Kettle and fire bone broth, cocoa ringa, health-wise hot chocolate mixed with cocoa ringa, Mighty Muffin, AHS pancakes, but instead here you get 2 packages, a Tang Crave Blocker bar, clean bar, controls appetite, has potato enzyme extract, beta-glucan, inulin, and an absorbable form of whey to shut down appetite. Egg whites cooked in pound cooking spray, health-wise high-protein oatmeal, but 2 packs this time, a ProFlex bar, an Attain shake, GC control shake, 1/3 of a hemp bar, or 1 package of AHS pancakes with 1 97% lean Hebrew National Frank. So like a piggy in the blanket. Roseanne says, I have moringa hot chocolate. That works just fine. Moringa is perfect. That's the one I'm talking about. Moringa is actually cocoa ringa. Does it matter if I only have regular Attain bars and not the one that Crave Blocker? No, you can do that one. Tammy, can we listen to Fast Track? Can you explain that? I know next week I'm doing Fast Track too. We started a new group of Fast Track members, but that's not a challenge. The Fast Track is me teaching. I'm going to carry everybody through Fast Track next week that wants to go through it. And then we will end on Thursday and we'll all take the test together. I'm actually going to go through the test with a new group each week as a part of our new structure. Brenda's asking for the Quest bar. I will put that. I forgot, Brenda. I'm sorry. Okay, next. Oh, I got you. Wants to listen to Fast Track. That's a personal development thing, Amy. I think listening to me on Fast Track is personal development. That'll work. Yes, I'm going to send you the copy of this, but please don't give it out. People always give my stuff out, and people don't do it right, and they don't lose weight, and then they say that thing that guy does doesn't work. It doesn't unless you're coming to class and hearing this stuff, because I teach you why it works, and then you're more able to understand why it's important to do it right. All right, dinner. For dinner, the 3rd eating episode, fish, 4 to 6 ounces by itself, prepared in MCT oil, and 3 tablespoons of hemp flakes, or 1 tablespoon of hemp hearts, or you may add a 1/2 cup of cabbage, squash, leafy greens, cucumbers, cauliflower, bell peppers, onions, and carrots. Next, 96% lean ground beef, 4 ounces by itself, prepared in MCT oil, 3 tablespoons of hemp flakes, a tablespoon of hemp hearts, or the same veggies. So as I go down the list, your side dishes are all the same. So you have chicken breast, boar's head London broil, boar's head maple glazed ham, boar's head turkey breast. Finally, 2 eggs with 1 to 3 tablespoons of hemp flakes or a tablespoon of hemp hearts. I've also included preparation ideas, in other words, recipes. Fish recipe, beef recipe, chicken breast, boar's head, 2 eggs. Next. Now, again, let me note again, this is perfect for my Shibboleth influencers as a platform. It gives you a hook every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to help people and to lead them down the wellness path, because if you get somebody to lose 5 pounds, they want to know more. You agree, Elizabeth? It's a good little platform, just like the 40-day one we did. So here we've got the Berry Blast shake, a scoop of the Attain Crave Blocker shake, a cup of Kroger Carb Master milk. Now, I will list in the instructions that you could also use fat-free Fairlife or unsweetened almond milk or Egg Whites International. The liquid base is interchangeable. It's not affecting the recipe. a half a cup of mixed berries, a handful of ice cubes. Yeah, Stephanie, I'm gonna get to that. Bear with me. Almond and banana. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, any of these recipes work for either one. They're similar in their profile. Almond and banana shake, chocolate protein shake, green goddess shake. Example, Attain Crave Blocker. All of these, you can use the different flavors, but I based all of these on French vanilla or vanilla because that's all I had at home. Does that make sense? So Attain Crave Blocker, if you want to try the different flavors with the same nutrient, the same ingredients, it will be fine. I don't know how it'll taste. All I can do is tell you how the vanilla is going to taste. Add some spinach or kale, half a green apple, handful of ice cubes. Kathy, you can use Beverly instead of these shakes, but you can't use these recipes. You would have to do Beverly, your favorite flavor of Beverly, mixed in either water or Egg Whites International. Does that make sense, Kathy? Then you could use your Beverly, but you cannot use Beverly with these recipes. It would be way too much. But you can use their flavors, which are already delicious by themselves, with water and ice cubes or Egg Whites International and ice cubes. Creamy mocha shake, Attain Crave Blocker, Kroger Carb Master, a shot of espresso or a half a cup of strong brewed coffee, 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. Tropical Blast shake, you get pineapple, mango, or kiwi. Again, where it says Egg Whites International, you may use Kroger Carb Master milk, fat-free Fairlife milk, or unsweetened almond milk. No, it is not the same as GC Control. We're getting to those recipes, but you can substitute GC Control for Attain in any recipe. Cinnamon apple shake. So GC Control, see here, Roseanne, now I switched it up. GC Control, unsweetened almond milk, half an apple, some cinnamon, and ice cubes. Delicious little shake. By the way, this cinnamon apple shake, if you want to get some fiber in there for regularity and appetite control, see this? You can add the green apple. That makes that shake delicious, that little cinnamon apple shake. And you're adding additional fiber support, more insulin control. You can also add your collagen boost to any of these. Cinnamon apple, blueberry vanilla shake. Now here, I use the vanilla, but I've also used the Attain blueberry flavor. If you haven't tried that, it's outstanding. And when you add extra blueberries to it, it's the bomb. And it shuts that appetite down for about 6 hours. Chocolate cherry shake. Tropical coconut shake. Here, I use Bob's Red. Anywhere where I say coconut flakes, I use Bob's Red Mill coconut flakes. They're the best. Spiced pumpkin shake. GC Control, Kroger Carb Master, pumpkin puree, pumpkin spice, handful of ice cubes. So anywhere that you're having a shake, you could use it as it's you could use it with your the Attain or GC Control. You don't have to use these recipes, but I wanted to make it more fun. Now, for your wow, if you choose cinnamon apple shake for lunch or dinner, you could do that for dinner too. I prefer you to do the whole foods we talked about, but it's still very nutritionally supportive of what you're trying to accomplish. So anywhere where you use a shake, I don't care if you, for 3 days, if you change the flavor profile up of that shake. So like if Monday you want to have cinnamon apple and Tuesday tropical blast and the next day creamy mocha, I've got no problem with that. Any questions or comments? And does that sound like a lot of fun? I hope so. I hope y'all can feel Sasha and I trying to give y'all everything we got. In the name of Jesus. You're welcome. It's an honor and a privilege. I just want you to use it. Just want you to use it. Yes, this is a challenge laid, and you can do it with the other challenge. Our little secret, if you're doing the super challenge, where you're spinning the wheel next week, y'all have an extra now. You can either spin the wheel, but if you don't like the wheel spin, you can select either one of your now 2 alternate wow challenges. Very simple challenge. Don't y'all agree? We really limited the variety. You can do anything for 3 days. So your day would look like the following. A day would look like I get up and I have my Advocare Spark and take my peak performance AM packet. And if I'm hungry, I might have me a cup of Health-Wise hot chocolate, okay, to get the day kicked off. Then maybe I go for a walk, get me about 5,000 steps or so, listen to the 4 Agreements on audiobook, get my mind and heart right. Then for lunch, maybe I have a tropical, maybe I have the Green Goddess. Get in touch with my feminine side. The Green Goddess shake with my Attain Crave Blocker. And then for dinner, maybe I have some pan-seared fish and MCT oil with a little side salad with lemon juice, lime juice on it. And remember why I'm doing it. I'm trying to keep it clean, drop some body fat. The next day, I may get up, have me a hot cup of kettle and fire bone broth, take my AM pack. For lunch, maybe have me a Advanced Health Systems pancake with a Hebrew National Frank, have me a little pig in the blanket. Then for dinner, perhaps some chicken breast with some hemp hearts. Do it unto the Lord. Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego kind of thing going on there. We're going to do it unto the Lord. Then the next day, maybe I get up, have some cocoa ringa. For lunch, maybe have a GC Control Tropical Blast Shake. And then for dinner, maybe some London broil over some lettuce. Fry my London broil up, saute it up in some MCT oil, get it where it's like Philly cheesesteak meat. Eat that. Get my steps. I forgot the steps. Get my steps throughout the day. Make sure I take my PM packet. You'll feel better than ever on Thursday morning. You want to weigh in Monday morning, maybe even take some photos. And then Thursday morning, we'll look at our results. Yeah, basically making your own wow challenge out of just these selections. Everything's planned out perfectly. Fantastic for, it's not quite fasting, but very similar to fasting because you're eating very light early in the day, waiting on your whole food meal in the evening. You do want, also in the rules, it says no food after sunset. No food after sunset. So what we do here, we'll go to the challenge section. And they haven't added it yet. I'll get it added here in just a few minutes. So next week you have Fast Track. This isn't really a challenge. It's more to take people through the course. Oh, here it is, y'all. She did put it. Clean eating 3-day lockdown. Do y'all see it now? I thought it would be at the top, and it's not. Yes, this fits with the detox kit perfectly, Deborah. Anytime you want to do the detox kit, this is the perfect meal plan for the detox kit. Perfect. And here's your 3-day challenge. I'm glad that you brought that up because if you're doing, Deborah, if you're doing the cleanse kit, this is the perfect meal plan for that detox. Probably better than any that I've put out before for the detox. Pre-digested, one whole food meal that's clean. Any more questions? Please feel free to post your food, your meal ideas, etc. I don't think until I see if there's any traction that we need a Facebook group for this because I'm going to be going live so often over the 3 days. But if this gets any wind in the sails and we do it in consecutive weeks, then if we see the need for a Facebook group, we'll have one. But right now, we'll just do it like this. This will be our group. Yes, you can sign up for more than one challenge. It's always been that way. You just want to make sure there's enough overlap. There is enough overlap with these challenges. Some challenges are so different, you wouldn't be able to do them at the same time. But these two they'll easily overlap. Yes, Melaleuca has their version of Spark. That's what I've got some of that in here now. It's called Sustain. It's in my kitchen back here. It's called Sustain Pre-Active. Sustain Pre-Active is their version of Spark. It's the pre-active, Roseanne. A little more tart, a little cleaner. I still am a Spark guy, but from a quality standpoint, Sustain may have the edge, but I love Spark. I'm addicted to it. But this is Sustain, collagen boost, and fiber here. The calories in theirs, I think it was like, I've got on my pajama pants, so I don't want to stand up. Wait, I'll go get it. I work all the time, even in my pajama pants. See, I got on my pajamas. Y'all want to see my pajamas? Wait. All right. So this is Sustain Pre-Active, and it is 20 calories. So Spark has 15 calories and 30 calorie versions. This one is 20 calories, very clean. Got mango leaf extract that helps with fat loss. So that's different. Green coffee bean extract for the caffeine. Got several metabolic boosting things in here. Little cleaner, a little better for weight management, better for pre-workout. Sustain Pre-Active. Spark for me gives me a mental boost. So they're a little bit different in my estimation. I like Spark because it has a lot more flavors. But Sasha likes this better. I'm 20 years I've been an Advocare guy, and everybody around me's turned into the wellness company person, and I'm just having to surrender because I can't really compete with the quality. It's just off the charts. Sustain Perform, you're talking about their post-workout, I believe, post-active, correct? They have a pre-active and a post-active. The post-active is for post-workout. You don't need it unless you're working out. Then they have their hydration one. My mom is trying to say to me that rotisserie chicken is the same as other chicken. No, she can have, just not with the skin on it. Any of the white meat without the skin, we buy them little rotisserie chickens all the time, and I count the white meat part as a category 1, but I don't eat the skin. If you eat the skin, you got to count it as a category 4. But for this exercise, I do not care if she has rotisserie chicken, even with the skin. I don't care. It's fine. Mom wins. Maybe I got some brownie points. No, Lindsay, your active electrolyte hydration is awesome if you're having a low blood sugar issue, or if you're sweating and fasting, you'll need that to balance out your electrolytes. So that's different. That's a rehydration product. You can have it anytime. Hey, Joseph, you got on my shirt, work hard, play hard. Yeah, everybody should invest. I'm just going to keep harping on it because I care about people. Everybody should be doing this. Sasha and I feel so much better, y'all. I'm telling you, we're tired, but we feel so much better. And we're just into it just a little over 30 days. So I can't imagine 90 days. You got the Freeberg study, the Sterling study, the deprivation study. It's just, frankly, the best thing on planet Earth for nutrient support. You're going to love it, Lindsay. Everybody loves it. It's, with consistency and taking it right, noticeable impact. Terry, I purchased the Sustain Post-Active because only 10 calories instead of pre-active of 20. Not a good plan for extra water flavor. Not that it's a bad plan. It's just two different things. The post-active, basically, the critical ingredient in it is creatine. And creatine is a wonder supplement, but it's best utilized after a workout. If you're just using it to flavor water, do understand that creatine is going to cause a little bit of weight gain in the beginning because it pulls water into the cells, but then it helps you lose more body fat. But yeah, it's not a flavor water system. It's a legit, powerful exercise supplement. Everybody good? Hearts and minds clear? Everybody have a clear path and know what to do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? Again, I do hope that our influencers will take this and use it as a way to, as a ministry outreach, show the way, demonstrating the way. Take a lot of pictures. You'll want them later. You will really drop the body fat with this. And it's not just because it's low calories. It's because of the amino acid profile throughout the entire day. We have filled this baby with essential amino acids that most people don't get in their diet day in and day out. Hey, Beth, I'm going to send this out. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to put it in a constant contact and send it to everybody that registered. Okay, everybody, I appreciate you coming. I hope everybody has a great Saturday. Fast track next week at 10:30 and 8. That is correct. We're going to start a new group, new lifestyle group, fast track group. Please, if you're an influencer, this is the time. Everything I promised we're doing. So 10:30 a.m., 8 p.m. We do fast track. We will go through the entire fast track course Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we will all take the test together on Thursday. And everybody that earns their fast track badge then will have access to everything else if they're a paid member. So folks can go through fast track with me for free. Thank you, Roseanne. I appreciate that. Can't wait to see some of the results. Y'all are going to be shocked. Some of y'all are going to lose more than you think for 3 days if you do it exactly right. How did the recipes sound? Did they sound good to you?